Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to talk about the solar plexus chakra and how you can detect potential blocks in that particular chakra through your Bazi chart, your Chinese astrology chart. This is actually part 3 of a 7-part series, so if you haven't checked out the root chakra and the sacral chakra section, then you can just check my videos. They've already been released. So the solar plexus chakra and your Bazi chart, they are seen in the day pillar. So you need to first plot your actual Bazi chart to determine what you have there in your day pillar. So the link is there on the slide. I've also put it in the notes to this video. So just follow the link and then plot your Bazi chart. Now, for the previous 2 chakras, you actually needed to know the hour of birth. For those of you who do not know the hour of birth, for the next segments onwards, you don't actually need this to determine the block in a particular chakra. If you're unfamiliar with the hour, just key in the date of birth and you'll be fine, because today for the solar plexus chakra we are focusing only on what we call the day pillar. Now the day pillar is what you can see here circled in blue, and the relationship between the stem of the day and the branch of the day actually determines whether or not you have a block in your solar plexus chakra. So what you need to take note of is the element of the stem and the element of the branch. We're not concerned with the yin and yang polarity. We're not concerned with the names of these particular elements that you find there. Just check, what is it? Here we have water and here we have fire. So the actual animal sign you have there doesn't matter. The Chinese name of the branch and the stem, really don't worry about it. It's just here on top we have water and at the bottom we have fire. This is what you need to understand. Now, the solar plexus chakra, if you do have a block there, will actually affect your willpower, your identity, your purpose, and most importantly, your sense of self-worth and confidence. Very often, if we do experience a block in the solar plexus chakra, we kind of give away our own power. Yeah, we let all our decisions be made by other people, and we feel sort of not confident enough to make any sort of decisions all by ourselves. So if you experience any of these issues, then you may well check in your Bazi chart whether you have an inherent block there. Now, having a block in your natal chart doesn't mean that you can't change anything about it. The whole reason we're talking about this is so that you can find the source of these issues and then release them. Now, how do you see whether or not we have a block there? Is fairly straightforward. So take note of the element that you have on top and the element that you have at the bottom. As mentioned here, it's water and fire. That's all you need to know. And a block occurs when there is an elemental countering. So for example, fire and metal are a countering relationship. Metal and wood are a countering relationship. Wood and earth and water, and water and fire. There's only 5 elemental counterings that are possible. So if you have, let's say, as in this example, water on top and fire at the bottom, then this is a countering because water counters fire, water extinguishes fire. If, let's say, the fire is at the top and the water is at the bottom, same thing, it's still a countering. So there are 5 elemental counterings that are possible. It doesn't matter whether one of them is at the top and the other one is at the bottom or vice versa. As long as you have the 2 components that constitute a countering, you have a block in your solar plexus chakra. Anything else, any other elemental relationships do not constitute a countering and then subsequently a block. So take note of these: fire, metal, metal, wood, wood, earth, earth, water, and water, fire. So only these 5 pairings. Now, as I mentioned, the symptoms of a block like that in the solar plexus chakra, very often result in you not claiming or exercising your own power, meaning you don't speak up for yourself, you don't really take any decisions, you have a lack of self-confidence, and you often self-sabotage. Maybe you have a good idea, or you really know that you need to speak up and take a decision, but you just don't do it. Or you take a decision and then you kind of step away from it later on because you lack the confidence to see it through. It also has to do with limiting beliefs about yourself. So if you tell yourself, oh, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good looking enough, I am not healthy enough to do XYZ, these are all limiting beliefs. And you will probably experience quite a bunch of them if you have a block in the solar plexus chakra. You may not really be aware of all of these blocks, but if you are someone who in a group of friends never takes a decision and just kind of always sits back and lets the other people or the other friends take the decisions for you, then you may actually have a block there. And even though you think this is it's easy, you know, I'm just going to please the others, I'm just going to go with their ideas, it can actually be quite annoying if there is someone who never expresses an opinion and who always just tags along. So learn to speak up a little bit more. So these are the symptoms. Now, the causes for a solar plexus chakra can be brought in from a karmic block, that's something that you've experienced in a past life. Now, this is something we would have to explore through a team and destiny analysis. But generally speaking, all of these blocks can naturally also develop in early childhood, the way we are being raised. So if you are a child who has been over protected by their parents, that can very often lead to a solar plexus chakra, because the parents take all the decisions for you. They tell you what to eat, they tell you how to dress, what school to go to, and then subsequently what you need to study at university. They tell you where you go on holiday, if you go on holiday by yourself, or who you can see, who your friends are. So very, very overprotected, and you're constantly being told that certain things are too dangerous for you, you shouldn't do this, it's unhealthy. So you don't really get the opportunity to discover anything by yourself. You're just overly protected. And that leads to an inability to make decisions for yourself, because from an early age on, you are being conditioned to just doing what the parents say, or to doing what the seniors in your family say. And that then really robs you of your own power. Yeah, you hand your power and all the responsibility of your life over to someone else. And it can also be caused by an inability to express or show off your own achievement. Now, this also happens when, let's say, you won an award, or you are really, really proud of something you've achieved, and you just want to brag about it a little bit. And you have the right to do that. Yeah, you have the right to be proud of yourself. But in some cultures, this is considered a negative trait. Yeah, you should be more humble. Yeah, don't brag, because if you are showing off, then you're making others feel bad, for example. And so this sense of achievement is constantly being suppressed. So this may be a cultural thing. It can also come in the family. So this is also possible. So these can be causes for why you may experience a block in your solar plexus chakra. Now, the strategies to overcome these blocks are a little bit difficult. If you are not used to making your own decisions, you need to learn this. You need to learn to take decisions. You can start with small stuff. Yeah, you don't have to suddenly go from 0 to hero in that sense, in that you make a drastic life decision. You can obviously do that, but I would say just learn to take small decisions and learn to take responsibility for your actions. Because the moment you take decisions, you own them. You own not just the decisions, but you also own the repercussions. Yeah, the effects. So take responsibility for your actions. Start with small steps if you're really not used to doing that. and stop being a victim. Yeah, don't just always say, well, it's not my fault, it was decided for me, or I was just doing what other people were telling me to. If you constantly feel like a victim, then you definitely have a solar plexus chakra block, and you need to break out of that. You need to break old patterns, you need to break old behaviors and learn to take a risk. Yeah, learn to do what other people do. Just take your own decisions. Also, it's important that you cut out all these people in your life that are fairly toxic and belittle you. People who tell you you can't do certain things, you're not able to, or you're not pretty enough, or you're not capable enough, you're not smart enough. Remove those people from your life. Yeah, you don't have to do this in an argument or in a mean way, but just kind of try to spend less time with those people and spend more time with people who are empowering you, who tell you that yes, you can do that, you can do this. Yeah, people who give you encouragement. And also then try to find out, try to dig a little bit deeper into why is it that you're constantly resisting change in your life, positive change. Yeah, what is it that you are so fearful of? Now, a block in the solar plexus chakra can be quite difficult to resolve all by yourself. So you may want to talk to someone, or you can just go to a chakra clearing or to a therapist or a counselor, or just talk things through with people who have your best in mind. Yeah, and I would say do this with someone who is emotionally unattached to the outcome, though, and not doesn't have a conflict of interest. Yeah, don't talk this through with your parents, for example, if those are the people who are taking the decisions for you. Yeah, talk it through with someone outside and see what you can do to actually break those ties and to stop being a victim, essentially. All right, so this is how you can see a solar plexus chakra block in your natal chart. And obviously, as I said in the beginning, this doesn't mean that you can then just say, oh, well, it's in my chart, I can't do anything about it. The reason we are doing this is to check why you have certain behaviors and what you can do about it. All right. So I hope you learned something from this. I hope it resonates. And if you do have any questions, please contact me. You can leave a comment or you can contact me directly. My contact details are in the notes to the video. And please do like, comment, and share this video. See you soon.